The next question that I have here is, what is Fruity Formula Controller? So this is a plugin in FL Studio. Let's switch to FL Studio. This is a plugin that allows us to have formulas and control parameters through formulas. So if you have here is under control, Fruity Formula Controller. And I really like this plugin. It's one of the plugins that I use whenever I want to create some nice movement on my track. And as you can see here, we have three knobs, A, B, and C, that go from 0 to 1. And then we have here a formula. And if you want to go into DSP concepts and stuff like that, digital signal processing and all these formulas here, you can go or mathematics, you can really put here some really cool formulas. We have here also some help that it says allowed syntax. So if I click, it shows me a page from the image line helper guide. And basically we can put a formula. Let's say that I want to say minus C instead of plus. I do compile and it's done. So now if I hit play and if I start adding stuff here, you see that now we have some things. So I added these two, and now if I increase this, now this one starts to subtract. And again, I know a lot of people don't like math, and I mean, it's not the most loved topic, I would say, but it can, when it comes to music, it can really help getting to know some of the formulas that you can have, or for instance, just use presets. And there's a couple of presets that I really like here. One of them is this advanced LFO, and the other one is this basic Sine Lfo. So if I put this one, you can see that we have A plus sine, which is the sine wave, and the song time, multiply it by pi, multiply it by 2, multiply it by C, and then all this multiplied by B minus 0.5. So let's see, let's hit play, and you can see now we have a sine wave. And if we change the parameter C, we will change the speed at which the sine wave starts. So as you can, or the sine wave runs. As you can see, now it's a little bit slower, and every time that we have here a click end of the track, we get a 0 out of the song time. So we have to be careful to not have this jagged curve, so we can switch. As you can see, as low as you go, you have a lower curve, and if you go really fast, you will have this curve here. And as you can see, there are some points there where the curve doesn't look that great, but again, it's just a matter of setting the correct values. Then we have A is just an offset, and B is the amount that we will have for the sine wave. So if I reduce B, we get a smaller curve, a smaller sine wave, and then A just an offset. So I can put it there, and I can put it also on the bottom like that. So this is really, really cool if you want to do some automation or some basic LFO. And this is really, really awesome. And one thing that I really like is randomness. As you can see, I have this one, and we can multiply by the amount that we want. We can go from 0 to 1, or from a small amount, and also we can also have an offset. So let's say this is really nice for instance, from randomizing some parameters. Let's say that I want to randomize some reverb. I can use this one to give some crazy effect to the reverb, and actually we can do that. So let's do that, and let's go here to the mixer. Let's bring to this one a reverb, and let's have here a snare or a drum. Now let's have just a snare, FPC. This one to load, it's quickie to load. Let's put a snare. Okay, let's put this on track 1. So this is the thing that we have. And now let's say that I want to automate or randomize here the wetness. So I can go here, link to controller, and then I have Fruity control out. I set, and you see now it's changing here. So you might not want that effect there. Or for instance, let's say that I want to have like this, instead of adding the randomization to the wetness, let's do for the size. So let's do here. It's not doing too much, to be honest. Yeah, if you change this parameter, it doesn't work. But you get the idea. Basically, the idea is that you can use Fruity Formula Controller to just control or randomize or create some different formulas here. So for instance, if I do, again, let's do the sine wave, basic saw, we can have a saw, or we can have a basic sine wave. You see this is going up and down, and my mouse is here, and this is controlled by the mouse. This parameter cannot be optimized like that, unfortunately, but this was not the best example, but you get the idea. You can take the formula controller parameters, the output from this, and link it to any parameter that you want in any plugin.